Hi, I'm Sonic Freak. You may know me from such places as the internet. Well, I'm here with an exciting new video podcast just for you. It's called Yarncast, because it's about yarn. And it's a video podcast. Some people may call it a podcast, but I hate it when people call a video podcast just a podcast. It makes it hard for me to search for actual podcasts. Anyway, I guess I should give a bit of an introduction. What is this line? There's some weird line there. I guess it's the sun. I don't know. The sun being weird. Very professional beginning. Anyway, like I said, I'm Sonic Freak. In real life, some people know me as Amanda. I like to play video games, watch anime, play video games, and knit and crochet. And play video games, and listen to J-pop, and play video games, and knit and crochet. I've been knitting for about 3 years, and I've been crocheting for about 1.5 years. Do you guys want to hear the story of how I got started? Sure you do. Well, I homeschool. I have 4 kids, and I homeschool. And my youngest was a baby. I was looking for something to basically keep me sane. So I looked on a list of like hobbies, and I found knitting and crocheting. So I added a learn to knit and learn to crochet kit to my wish list, and my mother-in-law got them for me for Christmas 3 years ago. And I learned to knit from the learn to knit kit, but the learn to crochet kit, I later realized the book in that was just complete trash, and I kind of gave up on crocheting for a while. So I knitted off and on for that first 1.5 years. Then I started to see amigurumi, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do that. So I got on YouTube, and I actually learned to crochet from some good sources, and from then on I was totally hooked on both knitting and crocheting. So for the past 1.5 years, I've been addicted to both knitting and crocheting. I decided to start a video podcast because basically I want to. My husband has been asking me, hey, when are you going to start your video podcast? Just like offhandedly. And I said, you know, when I get better equipment. But I don't know, a lot of the people when they started out, I just kicked the tripod. A lot of people when they started out, they did not have any better equipment or any worse equipment than I do, if that makes sense. So I decided, what the heck, I'll go ahead and start a video podcast. And I figured I would do it this week because I know a lot of people are taking this week off, and I know that a lot of you, if you're like me, you are busy during the holidays, but once the hustle and bustle of the day ends, at the end of the day, when you come back home, or when you're sitting in a guest room somewhere, you want to just relax and watch a video podcast. Well, a lot of people aren't going to have a new episode this week, so I figured I'd give you guys something to watch, kind of like as a public service, my Christmas present to all of you. Yeah, so let's get on with it, I guess. I'm just going to jump right in. Just going to act like I've always done this, because for me, I kind of learned to do things by jumping in. So that's what I'm going to do. Finished objects. I only have one pair of finished object that has not been mailed away. That is recent, and that is some socks that I made for my youngest. As you can see, he has been wearing them, so they are all floppy and not really fitting onto the sock blockers. I made the sock blockers too. Chance is my youngest, and December 13 is when I made these, because he's probably gonna grow out of these real quick. But the so that I know who the sock blockers are for, because I do plan to make more. I just made these out of a plastic cutting board from the dollar store. You get like $3 for $1. I plan on making some size for everybody, but yeah. So the socks are really floppy now, because I don't know why I keep using this yarn. This is the, what is this? Debbie Norville Serenity sock, and after you wear them for a few minutes, they get floppy. And I'm wearing some right now, and see, it's sliding off my foot. They get floppy. I don't know why I keep using this stuff, but I got a bunch of it in my stash, and I just feel like I need to get rid of it, so might as well use it on socks that are going to be outgrown in a few weeks, right? So yeah, these are the Riblet Socks, I think. I should probably have brought my tablet over here and had that sort of thing on hand, but yeah, I'm just all kinds of prepared today. So that's finished objects. Works in progress. I'm working on a controversial hat right now. If you don't know what the controversial hat is, then Google it, or I guess I'll have a link. But I recently, and by recently I mean like a few minutes ago, counted, and I realized that I am close to 50. So I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to get 50 done by the end of the year? Because I'm pretty close to doing 50 of these this year. But then I like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's too close to the end of the year. I'm not going to be trying to knit these while I'm watching the kids open presents and shit. Stuff. Sorry if you don't like swearing. It's probably a podcast for you if you don't like swearing. But yeah. So controversial hat. Just about halfway done. Where's my other work in progress? There we go. I cast it on, is that how you say that? Cast it on, and I got it tangled in my row counter. Some socks for my daughter. Riblet sock pattern again, even though I did not like the Riblet sock pattern, because the pattern itself was very confusing, and at least one part, the numbers did not match up. So I don't really like the pattern, but I do like the resulting socks, so I'm stupidly casting it on again, and this is out of my own hand-dyed yarn. The Yarncast socked in the tie-dye rainbow colorway. And this is not the whole skein, however you say that. This is about half of it. I ended up tangling the other half, and then I was just like, screw it. I cut the other half off, and maybe this will be enough. If not, I have another skein of it. Don't really care. These needles. My dog just chewed up a set of these needles. When this sock was on the needles, my dog chewed up the needles, and I was so angry. She chewed up another set of needles, the ones that I need to do the controversial hat, size 10, circular, and I was very angry because I did not have any more. I had to run to the store and get some more immediately, because I had a hat that I had to send out like the next day. But while I was there, I decided I would buy another set of the size 1 needles, just in case, and sure enough, she chewed it up while there was a sock on it. So, yeah, I also got some other needles, which I'll show a little bit later. Some other size ones. And, I also got an appropriate bag. Is that upside down? Paws off my knitting, a project bag that I got at the LYS. And in this one is my other work in progress, which is my sockhead hat in knit. Wow, I can't say knit now. In Knit Picks something or other. I don't buy knit picks myself for moral reasons, but somebody gave me some knit picks yarn as a gift, and it is nice. And that's coming along. I just got done with the, I forget the word, with the ribbing part. I don't know if that's actually long enough, but I just got tired of doing the ribbing, so I'm like, okay, I'm done with the ribbing now. This is pretty much my car knitting, so that one is very slow going, because I only knit on that like when I'm stuck at a train or a long red light or something. So I will probably take it out of this bag just because I want this bag to be seen more. Maybe the dog will keep her paws off if she sees that bag. I don't know. And there she goes barking. Alright, she wants to be in the video. That's her. That's Shelly. A little chewer. Little troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
She chewed up my needles. That's making trouble. So that's all for works in progress. So stash enhancements. That bag, like I said, I got that at the LYS. At the LYS I also got some fiber, which I have now lost the tag to, which is not good because I don't remember what it's called. Well, it's some hand-dyed fiber, which I thought I put the tag in there with it. Let me look for it for a second. There it is. There it is. Okay. Don't know if you guys can see this because, like I said, my camera isn't the greatest, but Alexandra's Crafts hand-dyed fiber in the Painted Hills colorway. It is superwash merino, 4 ounces. And I hope that superwash works for thrums because I plan to, that's my daughter, I plan to use this to make some thrum mittens with this. Now this one isn't new, but this is what I want to use it with. This is Lorna's Shepherd worsted in Chino, and it looks solid. I guess you can see a little bit of the variation. Buddy, I'm making a video. I guess you can see a little bit of the variation. It's like got subtle shades of brown. And I plan to make from the mittens, and my son is reading now. Chance, you're gonna have to read in your room. I'm making a video. Sorry. So I think that'll look okay together. Kind of like a dead field or hill. I don't know. But yeah, so I got that at the LYS, and I also got, turn it around so I can read it, Denali Bird of Paradise. This is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it's sock yarn from Pagewood Farm. Lots of greens and teals and a little bit of brownish gold, I guess. I think it's very pretty. It's just like in a green mood lately, I think. I don't know. Yeah, my daughter was saying that she likes green, and I was like, good, something I can deal with that isn't pink, because she used to only like pink. She wanted me to knit everything pink, and I hate pink, so I didn't want to knit it in pink. The last thing I got at the LYS was some higher sharps. I'm going to give those a try. I know some people swear by them, and I think that the dog is not going to be able to chew these up, hopefully. Shouldn't be able to, right? She better not try, because these cost considerably more than the other needles. And that sun looks really horrible on my huge forehead, doesn't it? Sorry. I thought that the light would be really good right now to take a video, but apparently it's just too bright or something. But anyway, that's all the stuff I got at the LYS. I also got some other stuff recently, and I'm calling this my Christmas presents to myself. This is what I have bought since Thanksgiving. And the first thing I bought, and the dog attacked this too. Luckily, Chance got to her before she did any real damage, but my cake is all jacked up looking. Because, yeah, the dog attacked that too. But this is Dramatic Nits. This is not Dramatic Nits. This is Leading Man Fiber Arts by the guy that does the Dramatic Nits podcast and his husband. This is a director's interpretation on their showstopper. So this is one of a kind. I'm gonna have me some one of a kind socks, and luckily the dog she broke a few plies, but didn't do any real damage. It's gonna be okay. Thankfully, Chance, my youngest, which you already know because you saw his name earlier, thankfully he stopped the dog before she really tore it up. We might have had to have dog stew for Christmas dinner if she had torn that up, because I'm in love with that stuff, okay? Anyway, I also got something from the wool dispensary. And like I said, I've been on a green kick a little bit. This is Lizard Boy on Greater Stimulant. And it kind of looks different on the camera and in video than it does in person. I don't know, it's kind of more neon in person. And it's got like a few lighter spots. You know what I mean? Like, you could definitely, like, variegated. It's variegated, obviously, is what I mean. But yeah, it just looks different. And it's kind of not what I expected from the picture. Not that it's bad. I mean, it's awesome, but okay, I was telling me my memory card is full, so yeah, I'm just on a roll today. Doing real good. Getting a lot of people to want to come back and see this new quality podcast. Anyway, to continue, before it fills up again, I also got some Sock Bunny Studio Florida Skies on the Sunshine. So that is a sparkly sock yarn. You can see the sparkle. And my camera takes way better pictures than it does video. So if you like look at my stash on Ravelry and Sonic Freak on there, and you can see better pictures of all this. But anyway, actually, that's all the yarn I got for myself. One more thing I got. So yeah, I'm gonna totally pretend that it did not just immediately get filled up again, and I didn't have to just go take those videos off of it to make more. That didn't happen. Nope. Anyway, next year I want to start dyeing more seriously. My kids are really loud right now. I've been doing some dyeing with tie-dye dye, and Kool-Aid, and I want to start doing it for real. You know what I mean? So I got a Greener Shades starter kit, and they are having a dye-along starting next month. So I got the starter kit. I got some measuring spoons, some stainless steel measuring spoons, and a few other things. I'm supposed to be getting some stainless steel pots in the mail today. They're up for delivery right now. And then I just need to get some yarn because, oh wow, that probably sounded horrible, and I'm sorry. Because I was moving that around in my hands. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I need to get some yarn to dye because I've used up all my yarn, all my white yarn. Of course, I didn't use up all my yarn. That would have been. I've used up all my blank yarn for dyeing. I'm still making a video, buddy. This is another skein of that tie-dye rainbow. And I also made this, which just kind of made me think of the sunrise sometimes. If you look at my stash, I have a picture of the sunrise out my kitchen window, and it does sometimes look like that. Well, let me show you what it looks like. It more looks like that. Know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So this is just some sock yarn. This is that sock yarn that I don't know why I keep using. So I'm gonna get some better stuff before the dye-along starts. Kids, don't. I know you're still behind me. So, I think that is all for stash up, stash enhancements. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I like the sound of stash up because everybody's always trying to stash down. I want to stash up in 2014. Know what I'm saying? But, oh yeah. Why does this sound like that? I don't know what that is. I am trying to stash something down because it's pink lace weight, and I'm never going to use pink lace weight. So this is Zen Yarn Garden Serenity Lace in the antique pink colorway. And this usually goes for $28 to $38 plus shipping. I have it up for $25 with free shipping, so check that out if you're interested in that. I mean, it's very pretty, but I mean, I don't, like I said, I hate pink, and I still think this is very pretty. But it's just, I'm never going to use pink lace weight. So, I think that needs to go to somebody who's going to use it, because it has sat in my stash for a while, and it needs a good home. It deserves a good home. So, I think that's all. Let me talk about some 2014 plans. I don't like the sound of 2014. I don't know why I keep saying it. First of all, I plan to knit at least 14 socks. I'm doing the personal sock club thing where you put 12 pairs of socks into brown paper bags, and at the first of the month you pick a bag and you cast on some socks. I'm going to be doing that. Some of my bags have a little more yarn so that I can get 2 pairs. So I'm going to do 14, at least, pairs of socks. And every time I finish one of those socks from that, I'm going to allow myself to buy some indie dyed sock yarn. So I'm going to be stashing up on the indie dyed and making 14 socks as well. And I also plan to make at least 14 different Pokemon. Crochet those, obviously. So yeah. Lots of socks, lots of Pokemon. I'm going to try to focus more on just doing what I want to do and then selling the results, unlike what I have been doing, which is taking lots of custom orders and, you know, end up making 50 controversial hats. I'm going to try to not do that in 2014, not as much, you know. I just want to make what I want to make. And I think, you know, I didn't take any orders that I didn't want to do, but I kind of felt that I didn't have enough time to do my ideas, if that makes sense. So, I hope you change that in 2014. I think that's about it for the first episode of Yarncast. My kids are getting trolly. I think that means it's time for me to go beat them. So I hope to see you next time. Thank you for joining me through this, I don't even know what to call it, through this ordeal. I hope you tune in again. Later, guys.
Bye.